Hi everyone, this is Carolyn Speaks, the State of the World on Friday, November 12th, 2021. So what is it? Good, better, and different. All three, I'm afraid. What are some of the major headlines? Climate crisis equals a health emergency. Air pollution, pandemics, and displacement make the world sick. I totally agree. Walkout. Outraged by new COP26 pact, civil society holds people's plenary and leaves the climate summit. I don't blame them because they're going to issue a document, a report at the end, and they just water down everything. East Timor massacre remembered. U.S. armed Indonesian troops killed 270 Timorese 30 years ago today. Okay, that was 1991. And that was when George Bush, the father, was the president. And it's the 30th anniversary of the Santa Cruz massacre in East Timor. Indonesian troops armed with US M16s fired on a peaceful memorial procession in the Santa Cruz Cemetery at Dili, killing 170 East Timorese. Indonesia had invaded East Timor in 1975 and maintained a brutal occupation until 1999, when East Timorese voted overwhelmingly for independence. The United Nations referendum. The massacre on November 12, 1991 sparked widespread outrage against the Indonesian government led by dictator General Suharto, a staunch U.S. ally, and marked a turning point in international public opinion. Now, it was a very sad time, and we supported it. Now, what are some of the minor headlines? New draft agreement weakens earlier calls and phase out coal. To phase out coal, fossil fuel funding as COP26 nears end. Beyond coal and gas, Denmark and Costa Rica lead new push to phase out fossil fuels. Thank you. Biden and Xi Jinping, Chinese leader, to hold virtual summit amid ongoing tensions. National Institutes of Health and Moderna in legal battle over COVID vaccine patent rights. Yep, apparently we have 3 government scientists played a major role in developing Moderna's vaccine, but their names were omitted from the patent application. Moderna, which has received $10 billion in government funding, is now fighting efforts to share ownership rights with the government. Well, I hope the government wins, because we paid for it very handsomely. I got to get rid of Moderna. Another explosion targets a mosque in Afghanistan. That's nice. 5,000 Afghan refugees fleeing to Iran every day as humanitarian crisis worsens. I hope to have a good life in Iran. The UN says 84 million people worldwide displaced by war, insecurity, and the climate crisis. Eastern Europe refugee crisis intensifies as Poland blocks border and Belarus issues threats. Because Poland doesn't want to take in the refugees, and Belarus is a dictatorship. So I don't know what's going to happen. Now, the Burmese military court sentences U.S. journalists to 11 years behind bars. That's nice. Burma is a former British colony, and then they turned it over. The British turned it over to the military, and they gave Burma independence. They didn't turn it over to the people, they turned it over to the military. And then there was freedom in Burma, and then the military took it back in a coup in February. Sudanese military coup leader sworn in amid ongoing protests. That's nice. That's very nice. Sudan. Is this South Sudan? I guess the main Sudan. Mexican indigenous land protector Irma Galindo Barrios missing for over 2 weeks. I hope she'll be okay. She filed a complaint against illegal loggers to local authorities. Police did nothing. Instead, loggers in the area reportedly hired an armed group to burn her house down, as well as the homes of other Earth defendants in her community. She briefly fled, but ultimately returned. She was last received alive on October 27th, and we really have to help change Mexico. This is Mexico. This is not Honduras. Palestinian prisoner ends hunger strike. 5 others continue protests against detention without charge. So I'm hoping the Palestinians win. Detention without charge. It's not right. Now, the U.S., Israel, Bahrain, and UAE hold joint military training in the Red Sea. That's very interesting. Very interesting. What about the Palestinians? Okay. Now, the trial of white teenage gunman Kyle Rittenhouse moves to closing statements. I hope he's held accountable. I hope he goes to jail forever. No possibility of parole. Okay, we don't want any more black pastors, says the lawyer for Arbery's killer. Says pastors are intimidating the jury. That's tough. Olympic gold medalist Sunisa Lee suffers racist attack in LA. I hope she'll be okay. Yeah, we have a lot of Asian hate out there because of Trump saying the coronavirus is the Kung Fu virus, the Asian virus. Trump should be in jail. It's common sense. Trump defends calls to hang Mike Pence on January 6th. 3,000 graduate workers on strike at Columbia University. UK prison authorities to allow Julian Assange to get married in prison. That's nice. Well, it's these graduate students. They're on strike at Columbia University, and they are teaching and research assistants, and they're demanding a fair wage, better health insurance, and proper mechanisms for addressing harassment and discrimination. The student workers at Columbia refuses to negotiate a contract even as the school's assets increased by $3 billion over the past year. Columbia has threatened to withhold pay and stipends from the striking workers. I hope graduate students and workers get everything they deserve and more. Okay. Now, so that's the major news and some of the minor news. All right. Now, how about a little music? Okay. All right. What are we gonna sing? How about okay. How about Georgie Girl? That's another song written by Tom Springfield of the Springfield Folk Group, and his sister Dusty, part of that group, went on to become an international singing star. Hey there, Georgie Girl, walking down the street so fancy-free. Nobody you meet would ever see the loneliness there inside you. Hey there, Georgie Girl, why do all the boys just pass you by? Could it be you just don't try, or is it the clothes you wear? You're always window shopping, but never stopping to buy. So shed those dowdy feathers and fly a little bit. Hey there, Georgie Girl, there's another Georgie deep inside. Bring out all the love you hide, and oh, what a change there'd be. The world would see a new Georgie Girl. Okay, that was Georgie Girl. Hope you liked it. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, November 12, 2021, for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, stay safe, wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available for you and it's safe for you to take it, I would take it. And mine, May 27th, the Johnson & Johnson one shot. I'm feeling good. At the time, I had 2 sore arms, and I was tired for a week, but then I was good. Anyway, thank you. Stay safe. Take care of yourself and others. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Good night.